There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on last year's national champion, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Horned Frogs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Huff. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Darrisaw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, in the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
To the air, it's Darrisaw. Got him downfield. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got the first down, looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the ground. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
Nah, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Off the play fake on 1st down, to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Scanning the field, it's Daraso. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Running into the open space. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with the lone back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Back to pass, it's Lincoln. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Westbrook. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. And this offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they...
And that ball is intercepted at the goal.
He threw the fucking ball right to the nigga, bro. Nowhere near the receiver, just right to the nigga.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Oh, he makes the catch.
Just get a ball straight to the nigga. You're not even fucking trying.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
What the fuck is the point of doing anything? You can go get a ball straight to the nigga.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on down. So now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He might want another play. To the air, it's Darrisaw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Tight end now in motion. They try to pop a run on the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Buying some time. Got room to work. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. They're working that left side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him tote the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking for a push on 4th down. He breaks the tackle. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me fourth-down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
In the backfield.
It's
They're in
now
the
first
backfield.
and 10 from the 24-yard line.
They're in the backfield.
They're going to ride this running back. They get him down, top run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by that offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run it RPO.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown by the Irish.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
I'm getting tired of getting hold.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0.
This nigga's in my face. Who likes the fucking ball?
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Direct snap. And he
Can't
never
cut up
had
the
a
hole.
chance, just
I ain't allowed to do shit.
he got it.
I ain't allowed to do fucking nothing, bro.
It's so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Oh, look how these niggas are coming off the line, bro.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate to help your punter out.
And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here come the Irish back on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To throw, it's Darrisaw. Trying to get behind the defense. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run, safeties and run.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hauls it in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback extends the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Turning it on. He's at the 30. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm finding more ways to get this guy the football. I feel like he is just a home run waiting to happen. We saw it in his last game when he had over 100.
He's going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw, it's Lincoln. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Got a man. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Rushes on him. Zings it complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Coming out with it, it's Huff. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. There he goes. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. At the 45 on its way. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
That's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Ara Parseghian, Knute Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Darrisaw. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Waning seconds in the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The snap sets up the throw. Might be looking to run. Makes the catch down the right side. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Makes the catch on the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humble.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Lincoln. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got the back over the middle. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chain.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting up for it.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.